So people would rather get electrocuted than to spend 15 minutes alone with their thoughts. And this is true, by the way. It's a true story. It's a study. I'll link it in the description. They gave people the option to either sit in a room by themselves for 15 minutes or get an electric shock and they can get out. And 67% of men decided, nope, I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna give myself the electric shock, which is crazy because people are so scared of just taking that time to sit with their thoughts because they're scared of what they might find out. They're scared of what they might hear. They're scared of what they might think. They're scared of what they might discover about themselves. And yeah, you could argue that they might have just wanted to get away. They might have just had other things to do. That's why they pressed the buzzer. That point can remain for the study, but the fact is true. Think about it even in your own life today. How much time today have you spent by yourself with just your thoughts? How much time yesterday did you spend by yourself with just your thoughts? And if you're not taking this time, then it's a problem because we're constantly distracting ourselves in order to get away from these deep-rooted issues that we need to deal with. As a result, we hold ourselves back so much from growth. That's why self-awareness is so important. That's why it's important to be able to take this time to develop self-awareness. But the only way to do that, as I said, is to set aside this specific time. Because when you think about it, most of the time we'll make time for, I don't know, meetings with one of our bosses or meetings with a client or meetings with other people, but we never take time for ourselves. We never make real meetings, as in me, capital M-E, meetings. We never put meetings on our schedule where we're spending time with ourselves, for ourselves. And when I say with ourselves, for ourselves, I'm not just talking about spending time by yourself watching Netflix or doing something, spending time at the gym or whatever it is. I'm speaking specifically about taking time to just sit by yourself. Or it can be even walking, but walking in silence. Why is it that when you're walking, you always need to have some music playing? It's because you're scared of your thoughts. Why can't you just sit there? People think that it's because it's boredom, but boredom is mostly expressed as a lack of interest in something. So if you are bored of being alone with yourself, that means you have a lack of interest for yourself. And you tell me if you believe that that's a good thing. You tell me if you want to continue believing that being by yourself is something that is boring. To me, that sounds like a problem. To me, that sounds like something that we need to address. And how can we address it? Build more interest for yourself. Start to take specific time, whether that's 5 minutes in a day, whether that's 10 minutes in a day, whatever it is. Take some time on a consistent basis to just think by yourself. And it doesn't have to just be sitting there, by the way. You could be walking. I wouldn't recommend it like doing something like, I don't know, working out. Like that doesn't count. That's cheating, right? If you're just working out without listening, that's just cheating. But you have to be either walking or sitting still, or you could be doing some kind of meditation mantra. Right? I know one of my aunties, for example, she does some kind of martial arts type stuff, and that's how she does her kind of meditation. But essentially just take some time to reflect and think. If you're asking yourself, what do I do during this time? How do I use this spare time? How do I use these meetings to develop self-awareness? Here's what you want to do. Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself, why do I believe what I believe? What are some of my flaws? What are some ways that I can improve? Why is it that so many people don't even ask themselves how they can improve in their life? Sometimes maybe you ask other people, and that's great. I love to ask other people for feedback as well. But why aren't you being self-aware enough to even recognize your own flaws first before you start to seek external advice on what you should do? A lot of the times the answers are actually within, but you just don't ask the right questions. Another question you could ask is, what is something that I've done wrong recently? Or what is something that I regret doing recently? What is something that I could have done differently? Asking yourself these questions is going to help you think from an objective perspective on how you could have showed up better in your life, whether that's to help more people, whether that's to achieve more success in your own life. Whatever it is, build more better habits. You could even ask as well, how am I showing up in my relationships? You could also ask, what are my beliefs about a specific topic? So many times we think we have a belief and we think it's our own belief, but it's not your own belief. It's a belief that someone else has told you, and everyone's saying the same thing. Oh yeah, I believe this. Oh, this person's this person's that, or this particular habit is a waste of time, or this, that, blah, blah, blah. And you just naturally adopt that belief, but you've never taken the time to actually reflect and think, is this something that I actually believe myself? And if so, why do I believe it? Why do I believe the thoughts that are in my head? And what are my opinions? Most people don't even know what their opinions are. You ask them about a topic, and the thing that they say to you isn't their opinion, it's what they've heard. And the reason it's not their opinion is because they've never taken time to actually decide what their opinion is on a specific topic. But that's a whole different conversation for a whole nother day. Now, let's say you've applied these steps. You've really taken the time to be self-aware, and you've identified within yourself that one of the problems is that you keep setting goals and not hitting them. Go ahead and watch this video right here where I break down exactly how to hit your goals. With that being said, my name is Shay. You can call me The Real Shay because you know I keep it real every single time. And I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next video. We're actually recording live on the, you know what I'm saying? We like, oh, that's not even gonna work. I was gonna try to show the Instagram live, but it's long. It's on my ring light stuff. But anyways.